Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear 8th grade students, to our new lesson. Today we are going to continue what we have already started, which is Unit 11, and we are going to continue to start with period number 5. Today we are going to read, and after reading, we are going to answer some question. Please, you need to take this note seriously. As I mentioned before, if you have been asked to do an exercise which is followed or which is followed by reading or by listening, you need first of all to read the questions very carefully, since it is difficult to find the answers without knowing the question very carefully. Don't waste your time. Try your best to read the questions. First of all, read the questions, and second, read the passage or listen to the passage. Agreed? إذا نتفق على الشيء اللي اتفقنا عليه دائما، إنه إذا طلب مني أجاوب على أسئلة مرتبطة بفقرة أو مرتبطة باستماع، أول شيء لازم أعمله هو أني أقرأ الأسئلة carefully بحذر وأقرأها بعناية, and then go to the passage whether it is listening or reading. بعدين بروح على الفقرة حتى لو كانت استماع أو قراءة. This would save our time. هذا حيوفر وقت كتير علينا. Okay? It would make it easier to find the answers. Now today, as I said before, زي ما قلت لكم، درسنا هو الدرس الخامس، صفحة 44 في كتابنا. It is reading, and we need to read the passage. What a wedding. الباسج تبعنا What a wedding. First of all, let's identify our objectives at the end of this lesson. Students should be able to understand different cultures related to wedding customs. احنا كنا اتفقنا في دروسنا السابقة إنه الثقافة what is culture? Culture means الثقافة, and culture related to what? Yes, food. Remember when we talked about food, clothes. Remember when we said that different clothes may refer to different people, remember? And what else? Now we'll consider culture which is related to weddings. Okay? اليوم احنا تكلمنا في وحدات سابقة عن انه الثقافة مرتبطة، هي جزء من الطعام، جزء من الملبس. اليوم نتكلم إنه الثقافة أيضا تؤثر على المناسبات مثل حفلات الزواج، واليوم سندرك ذلك في فقرة هذا اليوم إن شاء الله. Okay, agreed? Okay, let's continue. So second objective is describe a picture by answering questions. This is important activity. This is an important activity. Why? Because all of the time our book asks us to describe a picture, but this time you will need to answer some question, and the answers would be your paragraph. إذا هتاخد أنت صورة، ومن خلال الصورة راح تجاوب على أسئلة، والأسئلة راح تحولها بفقرة، وإن شاء الله يكون تمرين ممتع وسهل. وهذا التمرين مهم لأنه كل الكتب في المرحلة الإعدادية والثانوية تطالبنا بهذا التمرين. And the third objective is read a passage to get the most important information. احنا محتاجين نقرأ قراءة سريعة على الفقرة ونعرف ما هي المعلومات الأهم التي أراد the writer الكاتب to send it أن يرسلها لنا. And the last thing, to find specific information from the passage. محتاجين نعرف معلومات محددة من خلال قراءتنا للفقرة. So to read and to comprehend, not only to read. We need to read and to comprehend. Now let's go to the first session أو to the first section. نروح على الجزء الأول. You need to look carefully to this picture. Can you tell me anything about it? Yes, pause the video, وقف الفيديو. Try to write some sentences. And I believe you can write some sentences using Arabic language. اكتب شوية جمل، اوصف الصورة باستخدام اللغة العربية. This is the first step. حاول توصفها الأول، يعني ما بدي أنا يكون في عندك صعوبتين، صعوبة اللغة وصعوبة الوصف. جزء الصعوبات. ابدأ بالصعوبة الأولى وهي صعوبة وصف الصورة. Try to describe the picture using your native language باستخدام اللغة العربية. Okay? Give yourself a chance. Pause the video. Give yourself a chance. Okay? And after that, close the paper. اغلق الورقة اللي انت وصفت فيها. ما تترجم. Don't translate. اغلق الورقة and try to do what? Try to describe it using English. حاول توصفها باستخدام الصورة. Okay. Give yourself a chance and try to describe the picture. Okay? Okay, we'll come back and resume your video. Now, as I said, we have a groom, I believe, a groom and a bride. A groom and a bride. They are celebrating on their wedding, and they are trying to cut a cake. They are trying to cut a cake using a knife. And we can see that a cake is surrounded by flowers or a cake or flowers of cake. Okay? Do not hear that the bride wear what? A ring. Yes, and she wears a white dress. Okay? And what about the groom? He wears a jacket. Okay? I think this is a very important and special day for them. What about you? Can you describe the picture again? Okay, now let's try using the question. خلينا الآن نحاول باستخدام الأسئلة. What important day is it for these two people? Can you answer? Yes. I'll answer the first three questions and you will continue. Okay? Let's answer the first one. This is the wedding for the bride and the groom, and this is important day because this day will combine them together. Okay? What is the bride wearing? She wears what? Yes, a white dress and a ring. Okay? What can we see on the table? We can see a cake, and the bride and the groom try to cut the cake using a knife. They share it. They share the knife. Okay, now it's your turn. What are the bride and the groom doing? And why do you think they are doing this together? This question, هذا السؤال. You can answer it after reading the passage. Okay? And how do you think they both feel at this important time in their lives? Okay? Are you ready to go to section number 2? Okay, let's go to section number 2. Now, we need to read this question carefully. Read and mark the statements true or false. In the Philippines, people worry that bad spirits may carry the groom away. A groom in Spain gives his bride some money to show that he has a lot. The bride and the groom often help each other cut their wedding cake because it is a long job. A long job? Are you serious? People in Scotland eat the second half of their wedding cake when the wife has her second baby. Are you sure? Wedding customs everywhere show everyone's wish for a young husband and wife to have a good and happy life together. Okay, don't forget about husband and wife. Two opposite words. كلمتان متضادتان. Husband is a man and wife is a woman. Don't forget that. زوج وزوجة. Husband زوج وwife زوجة. Now let's go to read our passage. Are you ready to listen? Listen carefully and do what? Look carefully. Okay, follow the reader. اقرأ تبع مع الريكوردر مع التسجيل please. Okay, let's go.
Period 5. Activity 4.
What a wedding! Everyone loves a wedding, but people celebrate weddings in 1,000 different ways. Here are some of the most interesting customs. Before the wedding. In the Philippines, the bride and her assistants must all wear the same dresses. They do this to stop bad spirits from finding the bride and carrying her away. At the wedding. A groom in Spain gives his bride her wedding ring and then a little money in order to show that he will work hard for everything they need. At the wedding party. In many countries, the bride and groom both hold the knife in order to cut the wedding cake together. This shows that they will be a good team. In Scotland, people only eat half of the cake at the wedding. They keep the other to eat when the first child arrives. After the wedding. In Palestine, the bride sticks some bread dough to the front door of her new home. This is to show that she and her husband will stay together all their lives. Round the world, wedding customs are very different, but they are all for the same purpose: to put a man and a woman on the road to a happy future together as husband and wife.
Okay, thank you. Let me read now. Okay, what a wedding. Everyone loves a wedding, but people celebrate weddings in 1,000 different ways. Here are some of the most interesting customs. Before the wedding. In the Philippines, the bride and her assistants must all wear the same dresses. They do this to stop bad spirits from finding the bride and carrying her away. At the wedding, a groom in Spain gives her bride her wedding ring and then a little money in order to show that he will work hard for everything they need. At the wedding party. In many countries, the bride and the groom both hold the knife in order to cut the wedding cake together. This shows that they will be a good team. In Scotland, people only eat half of the cake at the wedding. They keep the other to eat when the first child arrives. After the wedding. In Palestine, the bride sticks some bread dough to the front door of her new home. This is to show that she and her husband will stay together all their lives. Around the world, wedding customs are very different, but they are all for the same purpose: to put a man and a woman on the road to a happy future together as a husband and wife. Okay, now you turn, you need to read it. تقرأ الفقرة. You need to read it and record it. بدك تقرأ وتسجل وترسل لي تسجيلك على كلاس روم علشان أعطيك درجة. الآن كيف حتسجل؟ حتقول اسمك وصفك وتسجل وترفع التسجيل. Okay? Let's move. Now let's go to the question. احنا قرأنا السؤال في الأول نيجي نجاوبه الآن. Okay, in Philippines, people worry that bad spirits may carry the groom away. Give yourself a chance. Pause the video and give yourself a chance. وقف الفيديو وأعطي نفسك فرصة للإجابة. Okay, let's move. Do you think this is true or false sentence? Thank you very much. This is false sentence. Why? Yes, because bad spirits may carry the bride away, not the groom. Okay? Okay. A groom in Spain gives his bride some money to show that he has a lot. Pause the video. Okay, now resume. False. Thank you very much. What is correct? Yes, a groom in Spain gives his bride some money to show that he will work hard for everything they need. The bride and the groom often help each other cut their wedding cake because it is a long job. Thank you very much. It is false. Why? Because their wedding cake show that they will be a good team. Okay, 4. People in Scotland eat the second half of their wedding cake when the wife has her second baby. False. Why? Because when the wife has her first baby. And the last sentence, wedding customs everywhere show everyone's wish for a young husband and wife to have a good and a happy life together. Yes, thank you. It is true. Now, let's go to our homework. You need to look carefully to this table. Read it. You need to go back to the paragraph. ارجع للفقرة. اقرأ أولا هذا الجدول جيدا. ارسم الجدول على دفترك. Draw the table on your notebook. Okay? ممكن ياخد معك صفحتين جنب بعض مش مشكلة. ارسم الجدول. And go back to the paragraph. ارجع على الفقرة and try to answer the question found on this table. Okay, match the notes from customs 1 to 5 in the table. اوصل اعمل عملية وصل. Okay. وما اعطيني مثال هنا لما بقول لي انه many countries the bride and her assistant I'm sorry just a minute. Yes, I'm sorry. Now have a look. بقول the Philippines the bride and her assistant wear the same dress to stop bad spirit from taking her away. Okay? Now your turn. Spain. Okay? وممكن تكتبهم جمل مباشرة من غير الجدول. يعني ممكن تيجي تقول the Philippines وتحط نقطتين the bride and her assistant wear the same dress وتحط نقطة to stop bad spirit from taking her away. جمل تكتب لي 6 جمل أو 5 جمل. تمام. It is enough to write 5 sentences. Okay? ممكن تعملهم جمل من غير جدول. Thank you very much. Now it's the time to what? To check our objectives again. At the end of this lesson, students should be able to understand different cultures related to wedding customs and describe a picture by answering questions. More, read a passage to get the most important information and find specific information from a passage. Am I right? We did it. We did it. Am I right? Okay, thank you. Now it's the time to say thank you and goodbye. Have a nice day and have a nice breakfast. فطورا هنيئا أيها الأصدقاء. إلى اللقاء.